Greetings, Metanthropes, and welcome to Meta Monday episode 52, aka your Metanthropes live development circa August 2025. I'm your host and editor, John, and today I am joined by my co-host, QP, the orchestrator. Greetings, QP.
Hello, everyone. Hello, chat. Hello, Metanthropes. Hope everyone's having a wonderful afternoon. And we have a little development progress update for you today. So, greetings, everyone. Let's get
The
going.
initiative emojis on chat. Today we'll talk about news and developments in all fronts. We have lots of cool emojis for you that you can use on any session, from criticals, MBs with us on chat, from dice rolling to table flips, for a dreaded TPK. Should it come to that, you can subscribe to our channel and gain access to all those emojis. This is a live Q&A, so feel free to say hello your chat or post your questions. We shall answer them. And this episode will be uploaded fully on our Patreon under a free membership, so no paywalls, to gain access and see it on a later time. First off, I want to give a shout out to MB and Seeker71, which are two members of our community who have already run their sessions of Metanthropes. We're very excited. May there be a lot more. Thank you for playing Metanthropes. We have such amazing sites to show you. And how about QP? We kick things off.
Yeah, let's dive into what we're coming in terms of new developments. We want to keep this series at least on a monthly, if not a faster velocity of updates, to keep you guys updated from now on. So we will touch base on what we've been working on multiple fronts, and perhaps we should start with what's going on with the upcoming journals for the anthologies series of stories, multi-arcing stories, and all those cool things that we've been working on.
Absolutely. I have been working on vigorously, relentlessly, furiously all summer long to bring forth to our alpha members, alpha early access members, the text, the journals, basically the stories in written form in early September, should I say safely. Of course, this won't be the very final version of it, and we'll have lots of months to do rewrites, remove stuff, reposition them, and edit them and proofread them. But still, I'm very excited to show you all these multiversal stories, historical like events throughout the multiverse, factions, events. Now the whole Metanthropes multiverse starts to take shape and form. It's not like a vague there's a multiverse, anything can happen. No, there's like historical things have happened, who have their actions have echoed throughout the all multiversal factions. We have lots of info about the big bad guy of Metanthropes, the Omni threat, key players like the concert masters, and where does your protagonist and your coalitions and stories fit into that overarching storyline. Very exciting stuff. I haven't even showed you, QP, lots of those stuff. I can't wait to reveal them.
We're both working, focused on our own thing, and this is a great opportunity for us to also come together and share between all the team members on what they've been working on. I know I haven't shown you everything on the new UI that we've been working on, so we have prepared some things to show you guys and keep everyone up to date. Now, speaking of those new upcoming journals, all the lore for the setting of Metanthropes and the dimensions themselves, these will come, as John mentioned, early September with the Metanthropes, Anthologies, Alpha modules. So we're going to have this very first version of the new modules available to our Kickstarter backers and so on. And this will include the journals. This will include some amazing tokens. We're going to show you some of these later.
Yeah.
And also some of the maps. Now we're trying to get everything together early September. Perhaps everything won't be ready to go, but as we will make sure that the first version actually has a lot of bite to it, a lot of content, so that you can start play testing, giving us feedback, helping us improve it, and take it to the next level. Now, what's coming sooner, and hopefully I should say within the next few days, but I know that a lot of things happened in the past month that really pushed back the date week after week after week. So I will say very soon, and I'm gonna talk to you about the new upcoming release. And we're also going to talk to you about the new UI UX, and there is another release that we're working on that has to do with the new data model, the new actors, the new character seats, all those. Well, we don't have time to cover everything in this Meta Monday show tonight, but we will cover what's coming right next, and we're gonna cover in more detail the new UI UX. We're gonna cover the data models and the new actors, the new character seat at a later date. So, where should we begin, John?
The
Shall
triple
I?
threat, triple frontline battle of the VTT front.
Excellent, excellent. So, um, we have a new release. Let's start with what's coming in a few days. Foundry released version 13.347 a few days ago. This will be the latest version that we will be supporting. We have added a number of adjustments to the rules, things like a bonus on your critical success roll will actually increase your total levels of success even more than 10. And similarly, a penalty will also add on top of your critical failure,
Yeah.
making extremely potent failures and successes happen. This is to align with the core rules of the game. So this is now part of the automation that happens when you select a modifier for your role. We have new um, migration engine, essentially, um, that uh, brings in a new layer to the system and the core game itself. So essentially, uh, the new Metanthropes update brings
How
a
about
data
we?
migration engine.
Yeah, let me present to you in a form of a hot question. Um,
Okay.
what does the new Metanthropes update? Sorry. Uh, yeah. How does the new Metanthropes update make the lives of narrators easier?
Okay. Okay. I like the context. So, uh, playtesting Metanthropes right now requires you to create a new world and test out the new content. And if you already have a world existing, you will need to go in and manually update all your actors with all the cool new meta powers. And this upcoming version introduces the data migration engine that we've been working on, which essentially updates the world's data with the latest version that's coming from the compendiums for all the Metanthropes core content. And that is done when the world first loads, and it's done automatically. without any intervention from the game master, the narrator, that they would have to manually go in and update. So essentially, what this means is uh, while we're playtesting, we come up saying that these 5 meta powers needs balancing. Their values need to change, the effects they produce on the actors, the damage they deal, and so on. So we publish a new update. You load up into your world, and your actors now have the new version of that meta power automatically replaced without you having to go into the world and manually update, go through the patch notes, see what was changed, go in and selectively update. Now, for our homebrew owners that have their own customized versions of their meta powers and possessions and items that they want to use, they simply need to just customize the name of their meta power. So if they bring in let's say their version of danger sense, which is a sixth sense meta power ability, they customize that. They can simply say it's my danger sense, or Spidey's danger sense, or whatever else different name. And when the migration engine runs, it will skip that customized meta power, and it will only update the ones that have been existing without any customization. So this is great news for all our playtesters. This data migration engine. This is the first version of it, the first iteration. We want to hear your guys' feedback on whether you would like to see this expanded to include, for example, items that you have randomly imported in your world, macros, journals, scenes, or other content. We feel that for the very first version, the chore really is behind updating the actors' possessions and the actors' meta powers. So this is the kind of chore we would like you to not have to do. So these are updated automatically. And whether we will include more and more content in the future, we will see. We have a lot of options to expand it and extend it as we see fit. And this essentially will be, and is as of currently, is part of the new Metanthropes API. So any module developers out there wanting to write their stories, or if you have a series of macros that customizes things, you can call on this new migration engine to help you pass along some new information. So we've made it modular with all the cool stuff that we want to be doing. And it's essential part for our roadmap to version 1.0, because we want to make sure that from version 1.0 and onwards, you simply download the new version of Metanthropes, you get all the cool stuff, all your content is migrated automatically, no hassle there. So
Yeah,
you
it's
will
definitely
see
a big
this
one.
new migration. Surgeon, say
So
again?
it's definitely a big update, and as soon as we are done, like with the anthologies, journals, and we are in the data models era, and we start working weekly changes and updates to the meta powers, balancing all the content, it's gonna be amazing for the narrators to spend like 40 seconds, something like that, so far the tests.
Yeah, we tested with our full introductory mod content loaded, including the default system demo actors, to update everything, to update all the meta powers and possessions in the world takes roughly around 40 seconds. And this is, we have loading bars displaying the progress as you go. So you have a good feeling of, oh, it's now the conductor's turn, and they have a lot of meta power, so it's taking a lot of time to progress each of the conductors, whereas some of the other antagonists are much faster to go through. But this is done in a very controlled manner to make sure that we don't falsely update an actor or do all those things. I'm not sure if there's a lot of point, perhaps we should move on to the next topic.
Yeah,
But
it's amazing.
just to summarize the data migration engine, this is the first iteration. It's going to really help us give a world to the narrators that is up to date every time they run it and update it, and they will get new content without a lot of hassle, without a lot of manual babysitting your world. And this is part of the new update that is coming. There is also a new way to work with the font awesome icons. This new update will finally banish the very last of the emojis. I've been I've been fighting emojis, it seems like now, for months, trying to overcome the formatting that was forced when we first introduced emojis in the early prototypes. Now everything is being replaced with font awesome. In fact, earlier today I was looking at the new Font Awesome version 7 that was just released. There are some 360 new icons. A few of them are actually very interesting to consider, both for John. This is something that I haven't actually shown you.
That's cool.
There are actually a few more icons that we will probably introduce with version 7 support. And this new update also brings a few changes besides the use. And we talked about font awesomes in the previous
Yeah.
development update, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time kind of rehashing all the details since then. But the new build will also bring in a change that we've been trying to do for some time, which might seem silly, but at the end of the day, it helps us signify some of the symbology and the names that we're using. So whenever you load up a new world or update an older one, your default game master account will be renamed to the narrator instead. So we're trying to pass that that naming scheme that we have in the VTT. A lot of other little fixes we've been made. We've updated some of the background images. The pause screen now also brings back the Metanthropes logo. Many fixes across the board. Namely, there was an issue in the previous release with the secret prototype token disposition that was set by default. This is now using the new migration engine. Worlds will simply import the new defaults. Lots of other minor fixes, typos, and here and there. The journals will be revamped. They won't be revamped in this version completely, but the process has been started to revamp all the journal text. Version 13 introduces some cool new journal categories. So this will help us break down the content to its own unique page while still keeping an overall structure that is easy to navigate, easy to go through, very easy to search to find what you're looking for, cross-linked all the pages. All those things are coming in a later release, but we've started work on that.
Speaking of a
this
later
pretty
release,
much,
yeah, let's.
yeah, this pretty much sums up the upcoming release that's coming very soon.
Yeah.
How about we switch gears and you show us some of the cool stuff?
Oh yeah, I have been showing
we're working
all this time for the upcoming versions the new UI UX. This is not the finalized versions by any means. These are the prototypes and the mock-ups, should I say, that we have been working on. But it gives you a good idea of our light and dark versions and a new refined and polished and sleek
perhaps
design.
we can go on and talk a little bit about them then, since
yeah, I have been showing them all this time, so I guess our good viewers have had a chance to have a good look at them. But they're not finalized, and we're not entirely fixed on whether we're going this route or the other route, and there are some other things that I didn't show your purpose, as this one was just some prototypes talking about ideas. But yeah, would you like to add something to the new UI UX, which is like the next one after this one probably update?
Yeah, so this update that we're talking about now, the one that's coming a little bit later, is going to be focused on the new UI and UX. So what you see here are mock-ups from the various game screens. This update will not have the new character sheets. So the new UI UX for the new character sheet will come along with the data models, which comes a little bit later. But this update will include updates to the chat, updates to the game menus, the overall UI UX of the buttons, the journals, and these are mock-ups, but they're not entirely off. They're not very far off from what we're actually implementing in Foundry. Unfortunately, I don't have a great build to show you right now, which is live. It's all under development, and a lot of things are not for demo purposes ready. So we'll stick to the Illustrator designs. And as you can see, we're playing with two concepts. One being a more black and white version, and the other being a more colorful version. In both cases, we have both a dark and a light version to it. We have been discussing about, even going down further and customizing on the anthologies modules themselves. We haven't established that yet, but we're definitely playing with a lot of ideas on what could be done and what could give out the real aesthetics and the real brand image that we want to present out there, while also taking into account accessibility concerns, giving people access to both a dark and a light version, and everything works in the same UX perspective. So in terms of the experience, it's very clean, it's very minimal, and yeah, we're very excited to work on these
that
upcoming.
Sums it up for the UI UX, and we can move on to a new topic, which is the new upcoming artworks on all fronts. What we will show you now is like a work in progress of Christina Wermungray, our cover artist, which shows us like her work in progress and our like back and forth with some notes on it. We don't want to show you the finalized version yet, but this is like this is getting there. We're like in the final like finish line towards them. And what we see here is the front side, and on the left is the back side, in a similar matter to like this.
John, perhaps you want to move the image a little bit to the right, because
yes, it's our
the overlay on the stream kind of our faces hide.
I'm not sure how I can do it here actually. It doesn't go left and right unless I zoom in a lot. So this is the best that we can do right now.
Okay.
So imagine this would be a UV spot, much like this one is, with the cool stuff for the nether. As we see, there's still work to be done with the magistrate and the architecture and the shattered pieces. We can imagine all these shattered pieces being very animated and cool. And here will be the back cover text. For this one, we have our dear Orneros and the Astral zine. Have like seductive eyes over here, notes, detailed shapes, shards on the back. This is where the back text will be. Skyscrapers on the broken shards. And on the last but certainly not least, we have the ether. So you can imagine how cool it would be with the UV spot. This one in particular. We have the new design for our concept master there, Samsiel. Over here she will have like holding as a galactic being the pieces of the players. We have like a new design for her face. And on the back we have stars and broken shards. It's gonna be very, very, very cool. But this is not all we have. The next part is all about the new tokens created by our good friend 2D Storyteller, which we're gonna show you quite a lot and talk a little bit about each of them. And most of them we're gonna show you both the top-down version and the oops, I think I'm kinda loading. Hope I'm not stuck. Am I stuck? Am I here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I think
Something did happen over here. I'm feeling I'm a bit stuck. Okay, I think I'm back.
you seem fine. I'm not sure. Okay.
It's loading here. I cannot change the picture. Anyway, let me open a file in the meantime and do this a bit manually. But yeah, we'll have a chance to check out the tokens both as a top-down version. Come on, open sesame. Yep, okay, we have it. Top-down version and a portrait. The background and the angle specifically won't be the one that we will be using, but here we can see an armed guard, security guard from the Astral storyline. Here we have a disciple slash cultist slash scholar of the Sumerian kings from the Nether Zine and storyline. This is the top down, and this is like the token, the portrait. Here we have one of the named NPCs. Jean Weili is a monk that will be featured in the Astral storyline, and may or may not play a very important role in the story. Here we have Kithia of Samothrace, a character which already in our playtest sessions characters have fallen for her already. Cannot reveal anything more. On the other hand, this character has in-game received mixed results. He looks like a very chill guy, drinking tea, wearing robes. Henry is also featured in Astral, and it's a very mysterious NPC, may have a lot of secrets to reveal to characters. Here we have our good friend Eratosthenes from the Nether storyline. He's a scholar and a polymath from ancient Greece. We may see him as a ghost instead of a Metanthrope, because we have humans, we have Metanthropes, we have also dimensional extraterrestrial characters. This one is Desdemona, all business, no fun, very confident, CTO of the Neuralink Corporation, top-down version as well. And now let's move on to the Ether. Here we have one of the queens of the collective of Hive Mind, which is a phytomorphic organism. It's mainly a plant, but also a collective, and it's like the queen version of what we have seen maybe in the introductory volume. Let me refresh your memory by this beautiful thing over here. So as you can see, imagine this will be its queen, whereas this is like a drone worker. And now we get into the realm of the extra dimensional entities, not extraterrestrial. This one is an anima of Nether. It's a powerful spirit. Look at how cool it is from this angle. Again, the angles and the portraits and the backgrounds are not finalized, but the tokens are pretty much so. think this one is really, really cool, right?
Yeah, perhaps we briefly mentioned it last time as well, but I wanted to iterate here that with the new upcoming data models and all, we are going to have more than just one picture to define an actor. So traditionally, you have like, this is my portrait image, and then you also have a top-down image to represent your token when it's on the canvas, when it's on the grid. And you just have this portrait image that's your actor basically. But we want to be able to have multiple angles, to have multiple pictures in different, formats, ratios, and all that. So uh, you get different angles, you get to zoom in on some cool looking details on each of the actors. We will get a new little like a passport ID photo crop of the face for the chat to appear in like the chat, and all those little things that are coming later down the line. So
Let's
right
move
back
on
to
to some of the heavy hitters. This is an incarnation of Nether. This could be like the incarnation of Oblivion. Imagine it being pretty much huge on the map, and it's like top-down version, walking around and bringing Oblivion and Annihilation. And these are hopefully, fingers crossed, spending Destiny, the next in line to be animated when we have when we are ready to do so. Let's leave it at that.
the budget for it.
Yeah. Now some other very, very, very cool designs. Shout out to the creator, to the storyteller. This is an anima of the Ether dimension, which is basically the white waters of Ether, of probability and predestination taken form, which is like it's not a water elemental. It's much more complicated and cool than that. But yeah, you can call it like the the watery statue. This is how it looks top down. And
if it was a water elemental, it would still be the coolest water elemental you've seen.
Yeah.
But
this
it's
is
more than just a water elemental.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is the incarnation of Ether, which is like an extremely powerful encounter. Could be like an encounter that will determine your lives, or a combat encounter that definitely ends all your durations, as all durations in Nether have already been done. And as you can see on inside its head has like a supernova taking shape. And this, although work in progress are not finished, but you can see like the splashes of water around it. It's gonna make a wonderful token. And now we have the anima of Astral. This could be any fictional character, a myth or a legend come to life. Very cool, very powerful and psychic energies, top-down version, work in progress. And here we have the incarnation of Astral, which could be a deity, could be like a myth and taken form. Lots of eyes, knowing everything, extremely psychic powers, and extremely and very, very cool. Imagine it being animated, all these eyes looking around as it moves and hovers, and creates the silver mist of Astral all around it, and it watches you through its third eye. But this is not all that we have to show you. Here it is, the great, and we have a winner. We have a winner here. MB likes this one. Yeah, imagine it being animated. You could have like a very cool encounter with this character. Lots of psychic damage could easily enter the minds of your protagonists of the group. So definitely can make very cool encounters. And let's move on to our first look at the new Concert Masters. This one is Oneiros, the pretty boy from Astral. He's the absolute manipulator. He's the absolute psychic user, mind controller, meta charisma, you name it. And this one also gonna be one of the first of the 3 animated tokens. So this one will be smoking and animating the smokes all around them, as it will make this rotation that we see with the white lines indicating like that this is not just smoke, it's actually the silver mist of astral that he's manipulating. So you never know when you're talking with Oneirous if you are in fact dreaming, or he's just smoking, or he's using the silver mist of astral. And now I'm very excited and very proud to make the first official preview of our Magistrate from the Nether zine and anthology series. This one is all business, no fun. This one is whereas the other one is manipulator, this one is all about knowledge, forbidden knowledge, dark knowledge, an immortal being, spent tens of thousands of years throughout many timelines, creating civilizations, bearing secrets, destroying secrets so that they can be found in nether libraries as the Library of Alexandria and other temples. He wields the black fires of nether, memory, immortality, and dark matter is on his side. And this is a preview of how the animated token would look like. He has telekinesis, he is always like levitating, never walking, and he's covered in black flames, and he will be looking all menacingly. He could prove a fatal encounter or a very powerful ally for the future to come in the anthology's main storyline. And last but not least, we have the new updated token of Samsiel, the concert master from the Ether storyline. As you can see, her eyes are like a constant, powered by a blue sun. And as for the top-down token, instead of showing you a picture, you have the very first worldly reveal of the new token of Samsiel. So imagine spawning her in front of your players that are forced to fight this powerful Metanthrope. And yeah, I think this speaks for itself. We're very excited to have such cool tokens to show you. She may be even the coolest. She's a very powerful character, whereas Oneirous is a silvery tongued, Magistrate is a keeper of lore and secrets. This one is all about power and dominion and conquering. Her mission is to fight the hive mind that is spreading throughout the galaxy in her own timeline, and is an absolute badass. Should the players dare to challenge her in combat, they better be very well prepared, to say the least.
She's her own army. She doesn't
yeah, definitely. And with her, we'll have also a bonus animated token that we don't have ready to show you right now. Imagine we'll have a secondary token of a portal opening and one of her tentacles coming out that you can use like a foreshadowing, I guess, encounter, or like a lower level encounter to fight one tentacle of her through an open portal, or like for the final battle, create multiple of such tokens with open portals that tentacles are coming out, and create like, she can literally, she's her own army, she can fight multiple opponents at once with ease. And I wonder if there is really a peaceful or an alternative solution in this storyline. Well, I don't wonder, I know what happens, but I cannot reveal anything for the possible resolutions. But yeah, definitely she's a complex character, lots of motivations, an interesting background, very unique, I should say, and maybe has a few redeeming qualities as well. And maybe who knows? Maybe I said already too much. Now, to close tonight's show, I would like to say a shout out to our newest Legitcast guests, This month we had Dungeons and Dyslexia, Adrian from his channel Dungeons and Dyslexia. We talked about dyslexia and TTRPGs. We had Aaron from Immovable Roads, who has a great series of the DM tips and DM ideas. We talk about running, creating reels for TTRPG, and some controversial opinions about how 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons may be the best for some people. Oh wow, this is definitely a must see. Later we had Jackie, the creator of the Crucible of Aether, a steampunk, but also like I don't remember exactly how she describes, but it has eldritch horrors, has unique races, an indie RPG that just came out this year through Kickstarter. Check this out. And we also have one in the books that's coming out later this week with Scoons from Scoons Tavern, and we talk about Lancer, the RPG. We talk about The Last Airbender, Legends, Avatar Legends, like the RPG that's based on the Last Airbender, and many other cool stuff. Anything to add, QP, before we sign our good people off?
No, I would like to thank you everyone for their feedback, your comments and your enthusiasm all fuels us and drives us further. We want to have this month in August, to release a lot of cool updates for you. We wanted to have them sooner, but life happens, things get postponed. But for us, we will be working throughout the summer to continue on all the topics we touched upon here. We have a lot of things going on at the same time, lots of cogs turning, wheels moving, and everything is coming together. We're very, very excited. And the next few weeks are going to be full of bring things together. So we're really looking forward to give you guys the new UI UX for you to play test, and it's coming very soon. So thank you all for your feedback, comments. Keep them going. Keep
definitely.
us motivated, and see you out there in the metaverse.
Yeah, absolutely helps a lot. Thank you so much, everyone. And as always, stay legit and stay meta.